Hello, space enthusiasts! Welcome back to Kidpillar. I'm your host, and today we're exploring our very own galaxy, Milky Way. We've got 20 mind-blowing questions that are sure to challenge you and sneak in some incredible facts about the Milky Way. Ready to test your knowledge and shine bright? Let's get started. Question 1. What is the primary shape of the Milky Way galaxy? A. Elliptical. B. Irregular. C. Spiral. D. Lenticular. The answer is C. Spiral. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy with swirling arms extending from a central bar of stars. Spiral galaxies like the Milky Way are one of the most common galaxy types in the universe, known for their distinctive shape and rotational movement. Question 2. How long does it take our solar system to complete one orbit around the center of the Milky Way? A. 1 million years. B. 100 million years. C. 230 million years. D. 1 billion years. Time's up. The correct answer is C. 230 million years. This period, known as a galactic year, is the time it takes for our solar system to orbit once around the center of the Milky Way. In the grand scheme of things, our solar system has made just about 20 full orbits since its formation. Question 3. The Milky Way is part of which galaxy group? A. Virgo cluster. B. Coma cluster. C. Hercules cluster. D. Local group. It's D. Local group. The Milky Way is part of the local group, a small cluster of about 54 galaxies that also includes the Andromeda Galaxy and the Triangulum Galaxy. These galaxies are bound together by gravity and are on a path to eventually interact with each other. Question 4. What is located at the very center of the Milky Way? A. A star cluster. B. A supernova remnant. C. A massive black hole. D. A giant gas cloud. The answer is C. A massive black hole. At the center of the Milky Way lies a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star, with a mass about 4 million times that of the Sun. It's hidden behind clouds of dust and gas, but its powerful gravitational pull influences the movement of nearby stars. Question 5. What is the name of the Milky Way's closest spiral galaxy neighbor? A. Andromeda. B. Triangulum. C. Large Magellanic Cloud. D. Whirlpool. Time's up. The correct answer is A. Andromeda. The Andromeda Galaxy is the closest spiral galaxy to the Milky Way and is on a collision course with it. In about 4.5 billion years, these two galaxies are expected to merge into a new galaxy. Question 6. Which region of the Milky Way is the Sun located in? A. Sagittarius Arm. B. Orion Arm. C. Perseus Arm. D. Norma Arm. The correct answer is B. The Orion Arm. The Sun is located in a smaller branch of the Milky Way known as the Orion Arm, which lies between the larger Perseus and Sagittarius arms. The Sun's location is about 2/3 of the way from the galaxy's center to its outer edge. Question 7. How fast does the Sun orbit around the center of the Milky Way? A. 230 km per second. B. 100 km per second. C. 300 km per second. D. 450 km per second. The correct answer is A. 230 km per second. The Sun orbits around the center of the Milky Way at a speed of about 230 kilometers per second, which is approximately 800,000 kilometers per hour. This is known as the Sun's galactic orbit speed. Question 8. How thick is the disk of the Milky Way at its widest point? A. 1,000 light-years. B. 10,000 light-years. C. 100,000 light-years. D. 500,000 light-years. The answer is A, 1,000 light-years. While the Milky Way spans about 100,000 light-years across, its disk is only about 1,000 light-years thick at its widest point. The galaxy's disk is relatively flat, with stars, gas, and dust concentrated in a thin plane. Question 9. How many major spiral arms does the Milky Way have? A. 5, B. 3, C. 4, D. 2. Time's up. The answer is D. 2. The galaxy's two major arms are Scutum Centaurus and Perseus that can be seen attached to the ends of a thick central bar, while the two now demoted minor arms, namely Norma and Sagittarius, are less distinct and located between the major arms. These arms are filled with stars, gas, and dust, and they play a significant role in the galaxy's structure and star formation. Question 10. What are the two most famous satellite galaxies of the Milky Way? A. Andromeda and Triangulum. B. The Large and Small Magellanic Clouds. C. Whirlpool and Sombrero. D. Draco and Ursa Minor. The correct answer is B. The Large and Small Magellanic Clouds. The Large and Small Magellanic Clouds are satellite galaxies that orbit the Milky Way. These irregular dwarf galaxies are visible from the southern hemisphere and are relatively close, at around 160,000 and 200,000 light-years away. Question 11. How much dark matter is believed to exist in the Milky Way? A. 10%, B. 25%, C. 50%, D. 90%. The answer is D, 90%. Dark matter makes up about 90% of the Milky Way's mass. Though it can't be seen directly, its existence is inferred from its gravitational effects on visible matter, such as stars and gas. Question 12. What is the brightest star in the Milky Way, as seen from Earth? A. Betelgeuse. B. Sirius. C. Vega. D. Alpha Centauri. The answer is B. Sirius. Sirius, also known as the Dog Star, is the brightest star visible from Earth and is located in the constellation Canis Major. Its brightness is due to both its proximity, about 8.6 light-years away, and its intrinsic luminosity. Question 13. How old is the Milky Way galaxy estimated to be? A. 5 billion years. B. 7 billion years. C. 10 billion years. D. 13.6 billion years. Time's up. The answer is D. 13.6 billion years. The Milky Way is one of the oldest galaxies in the universe, forming about 13.6 billion years ago, just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang. This makes it nearly as old as the universe itself. Question 14. What is the largest known structure in the Milky Way? A. Central bulge. B. Sagittarius stream. C. Stellar halo. D. The Fermi bubbles. The correct answer is D. The Fermi bubbles. The Fermi bubbles are two large structures extending from the center of the Milky Way, stretching over 25,000 light-years above and below the galactic plane. They are thought to be the result of past activity from the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. Question 15. How do astronomers measure the mass of the Milky Way galaxy? A. By counting the number of stars. B. By measuring gravitational effects on nearby galaxies. C. By calculating its volume. D. By observing the motion of the Sun and other stars. Time's up. The correct answer is D. By observing the motion of the Sun and other stars. Astronomers determine the Milky Way's mass by observing the motions of stars, especially those far from the center. The speed at which they orbit the galaxy can reveal how much mass, including dark matter, is influencing their motion. Question 16. What is the oldest known star in the Milky Way? A. Methuselah. B. Sirius. C. Proxima Centauri. D. Vega. The answer is A. Methuselah. HD 140283, also known as Methuselah, is one of the oldest known stars, with an age estimated at around 14 billion years, which is close to the age of the universe itself. This star has intrigued astronomers for decades due to its age. Question 17. Which element is the most abundant in the Milky Way? A. Hydrogen. B. Helium. C. Carbon. D. Oxygen. Correct answer is A. Hydrogen. Hydrogen makes up about 75% of the normal matter by mass in the Milky Way, followed by helium at around 24%. These elements are the building blocks of stars, which fuse hydrogen into helium in their cores. Question 18. How do we detect the presence of dark matter in the Milky Way? A. By detecting radio waves. B. By measuring light from stars. C. By observing gravitational lensing. D. By analyzing gamma-ray bursts. The correct answer is C. By observing gravitational lensing. Dark matter is detected by its gravitational effects on visible matter, such as stars and galaxies. Gravitational lensing, where light from distant objects is bent around massive objects like dark matter, provides evidence for its presence. Question 19. How does the Milky Way generate new stars? A. By combining smaller galaxies. B. Through collisions of gas clouds. C. By the collapse of dark matter. D. From energy released by black holes. Correct answer is B. Through collisions of gas clouds. New stars in the Milky Way are born from the collapse of gas clouds, which happens when they collide or are compressed by external forces. These gas clouds cool, collapse under their own gravity, and ignite nuclear fusion, forming new stars. Question 20. What is the Milky Way's halo primarily composed of? A. Stars and planets. B. Dark matter. C. Gas and dust. D. Black holes. The answer is B. Dark matter. The Milky Way's halo, a spherical region surrounding the galaxy, is primarily composed of dark matter, though it also contains old stars and globular clusters. Dark matter in the halo affects the rotation of the galaxy and its overall mass. Thanks for exploring the Milky Way with us. How many did you get right? Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video for more amazing quizzes and fun facts. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.